My name is Dan, and this is another video about another game from another random developer from another random YouTube channel. Let's jump into it. With the first level being complete, geometry-wise at least, I got to work on polishing a few things, which included rescaling the entire level. Everything felt a little too big in relation to the character. And as much as I can just make the character a bit bigger, I think in the interest of texture scaling, it was a better call to make the world just a touch smaller. Whether or not that is actually a thing, I'm not quite sure. I am dumb. Sometimes. Most of the times. All of the time. The rescaling took a bit more time than I would have liked. A lot of the assets were now out of place or just completely outside of the level. But in the end, I do feel it looks a bit better. Not just from a scale perspective, but I feel the lighting now also works a lot better overall. I also tweaked the door interaction system a little bit. Previously, the interaction widget would be static in relation to the door, which meant looking at the door when trying to close it wouldn't work. So I slapped the widget onto an arrow that can now be moved around to the specific needs of every door. And when the door opens, the widget moves along with the rotation of the door. So now you can actually open and close doors by looking at the door instead of the door frame. A few new mechanics were added. They're not yet perfect, far from it in fact, especially the camera, but the foundation is there. First up is inspectable items. Very much horror, such look at things. Notes, clues, and objects can now be picked up and rotated around in the viewport. I can easily just drag an inspect blueprint into the world and set it to whatever object I need. Then when the player interacts with the object, it floats to the camera view and we're able to move it around. The mouse still moves the main camera, which I'm not sure if that's a cool mechanic or would end up being confusing. I'm still in the works of adding a zoom in and out function, in case there's maybe a small line of text that needs to be read. The camera now serves as a bit more than just a way of illumination. Taking photos of certain things can be set to trigger specific events. I have this box that I can drag around and set a specific command to run whenever the picture is taken. When the picture is taken, the camera shoots out an invisible beam. This beam detects the box. The box then tells the camera which command is supposed to run, and then the camera executes the command. The other function of the phone camera is the night mode. We have a flashlight already, and this will do a great job at illuminating an area, but it will also be detectable by enemies. That's where the phone comes in. Though it's not going to be as effective, it will still manage to give a little bit of quote-unquote light, and will not give away your position to the big scary monster. It's a way to make the, dare I say, chase sections of the game a little more intense without having to threaten players with the whole battery running low mechanic. But that is all I have for you now, and until next time, goodbye.